Notice this gate is open right now. In fact, actually it looks like it's been pulled off the hinge. I'm going to drive down there and show you guys the Big Arch. Heard me talk about it. The one that points directly to the arch that's over by Distelklinge. I will show that to you, provided it's not completely grown over as well. So I'll just take this and put it in the inside the car. Let's see. I'm a bit warm. I'm gonna take off this shirt. Here is the Big Arch. I'm gonna have to change the color on this. This is where the footprint was. There's not much of this moss left, and it's covered in little tiny pine cones and pretty much all dried out. But it was very, very green that day, very wet. Close these down. See if I can see it. This arch. It's pinned down there. And it goes way up. Goes back right into there. Somewhere. It's on the other side of that tree, but I'll walk up to it. It's actually a living beech tree. How it's living, I don't know. There's only a few branches left on it. It's like they keep them stripped off or something. But this big, huge, ginormous freaking beech tree. I mean, it's big. This is a big archway. It's alive. There's these little bit of branches right here, and those there, and those there. Everything else is stripped off. But this was the first place my wife actually got to see a footprint. It was down over the hill over there. There's the little feeding station for the deer. Of course, you see there's leaners all over the place out here. There's another arch over there on the other side, I think it is, on the other side of the feeding station. That one actually points directly to Bigfoot Mountain. Anyway, there's this big guy here. So I took you can see how it's got a twist in it. So I took an azimuth reading off of it down there. I took one here, and the way that it's leaning actually matches up to, and it doesn't look like it's even possible, but it matches up to the other end where it points down there. It doesn't even look like it's possible, but the azimuth actually matches up. And when I plotted that on the GPS on Google Maps and put in the coordinates and the azimuth on it, it pointed over towards the distal klinga. Caught him over here before too. So that's the way I look. She got her first footprint. She got to see her first footprint. And then while I was moving Mr. Duck, you can see that in I think it's the third video when I placed it. She heard the branches snapping. Something walked up behind her. She didn't see anything, but she could smell it. She said it smelled very musky and wild, wild outdoorsy. But she didn't see anything, and it didn't stink, like so often it does. But anyway, that is the big arch. That points to the distal klinga. Dead balls on to the zero. There's plus or minus 0 degrees. And I reverse azimuth shot it from distal klinga back this way too, and plotted its location on the GPS. And I don't know how the hell they do it. Doesn't seem to be possible, but they did. Let's see if I can find the other arch that was over here. That was a long spider web right across the face. It was like right here. Maybe it got cut down. But what's weird about it is, like I said, it points over to Bigfoot Mountain, but it points directly to a specific spot on the creek, West Creek, and that's where I see Big Red more than once across the creek. It's like he's walking from up here and follows the leaners down all the way over to West Creek. So I don't know. That's how I determined that the leaners were specific trail markers. I don't know why they put them so close together. You wouldn't think that they would get off track. Oh, no, it isn't cut. It's here. There it is. There's the bow right here. So there's this pointer tree. And then there's the bow. It appears as though it's dead, but it is still in place. Now, what's very interesting about this is where this pointer tree is. All right, let's say the archways are geographical locations, not just pointers, but actual geographical locations. If you was to say, okay, well that pointer not only points in a direction, but it also denotes a specific hill, and this pointer tree also points in the direction, but points onto a specific location on that hill, that's where Big Red was at when I got the double stomp. That was the last time I went up onto Bigfoot Mountain before everything all got clear cut up there. So that's where it was at, and I was actually standing on about where all those other branches, about there, and I got the stomps from there. It was interesting. This isn't the first time I've seen this kind of a structure, a bow with a pointer in it. It's happened a couple of times up in the Sierras, and when I use that as like a 3D map, let's say that denotes the hill, where that pointer was is where I found their, what we used to call living room, is now the term is wallow. That's where I found their wallow. So that was probably my first idea that, maybe this is more than just because they like the shape of it or something. But anyway, that's where it is. And then if you can see behind it, where'd it go? Yeah, there's another leaner. And those go straight. If you go that direction, I'm not going to today, but if you go that direction, it goes all the way across the road to where I'm actually going to next. Not this far down, but I'm gonna go across the street and take a look and see what I see over there on those trails. So anyway, that's the other arch. So we got two directional markers over here, and both of them leading to specific places that seem to be important to them. And I've actually seen Big Red following that arch. And there's I don't know if I'll be able to get it on camera. You'll be able to see it. It's the next leaner back there. Yeah, there we go. And then it goes all the way down the hill, all the way across the creek, back up the other side and over the top of the mountain, and down the other side where he likes to stomp. There's a big thick section of woods there. So that's where he was. There's that. That is a neat looking bow. Look at that thing. It actually bows over backwards and then points down to where everything is all pinned down. Alright, let's get rolling here. Let's take X on the ground. X on the ground. And then it's pinned underneath over there. Those branches. So not the tip. The tip is free, but pinned by the side branches. Right there. Strange. but cool. So, that gate has not been open for a long time, and I don't know why it was closed to begin with. Obviously something was going on back here, so I don't know. Anyway, here's the car. Interesting. Anybody ever seen anything like that before? There was I don't think it was this one, I think it was that log. First time I came up here, I was on foot. Just had my iPhone, and there was a stack of rocks there, carefully stacked, and then on the top of that stump, it was like 5 or 6 rocks in a shape. And there's no way that I could tell whether or not that's, done from a squatch or if it's done from, somebody just screwing around. I rearranged the rocks on the top of it, and next time I came back, which was only a few days later, all the rocks were scattered. They were knocked off the stump. So either I pissed somebody off or somebody else was just screwing around. But anyway, all right, out for now until I get across the street. See ya.